Welcome to the Couchbase Learning Services course CB110, Nickel for SQL people. Or perhaps you could think of it as indexing and querying JSON documents using structured query language. Nope, not really. This is Nickel. We're going to start by introducing the course to give you a sense where we're going with all of this. The course itself is going to start by teaching you how to install and configure a learning environment to work through the course content. There will be a video that's about 8 minutes long, and then a lab exercise that walks you through all the steps, followed by a short quiz. Then we're going to teach you how to select documents and limit the results, also with a video, lab, and quiz. Then we'll move into aliasing, concatenating, and selecting by keys. We'll then create indexes and filter queries based on these secondary indexes. This is where the power of Nickel truly unlocks itself for you. You'll then look at querying ranges of values, ordering results, and we'll introduce the explain statement, in this case specifically to determine whether or not a particular index you've created is in fact being picked up and used. But it describes for you the full query plan for an individual query. We'll then look at features such as aggregation, selecting distinct values, and filtering with wildcards. The shortness of the video is an indication of how familiar all this may already be to you. Then we're going to select for missing attributes and group results. It's important to remember that JSON is not the same as relational data. Because you have the power to continually evolve the shape of your documents, we have robust functionality for determining when a particular attribute may or may not be present or may not have a value. Then we're going to index and select based on values contained within embedded JSON arrays. Because of the nature of JSON documents, you can embed arrays, or you could think of it as a third dimension of data directly within an individual document, and then that structure itself could repeat across multiple documents. So in Couchbase 4.5, you have the ability to index those nested arrays to speed access to that data. We're going to show you how. Then we'll look at the robust function library available for you to use in Nickel. And then, after all of this emphasis on getting data out of your Couchbase data store, we're going to turn it around and look at the insert, upsert, update, and delete statements. Then we're going to take the final step for this course and teach you how to join disparate documents based on their embedded key references. So what do we assume you already know before you start your way through this course? Well, we assume that you're at least familiar with SQL. Because if you know SQL, well, you know Nickel, for the most part. We also expect you have a basic understanding of Couchbase's main features and architecture, but you can get this easily through our free online courses, CB20, The Fundamentals of NoSQL Data Management, and CB30, The Essentials of Couchbase NoSQL Technology. You might also have taken our additional free online course, CB105, Introduction to Data Modeling in JSON. If you haven't looked at this yet, you'll probably want to look at it after you take this course. You can find all of these right where you are, training.couchbase.com/online. So what query tool are you going to use in this course? Well, Couchbase 4.5 now includes the Couchbase Query Workbench, a robust tool for developing and testing queries against your data buckets. We'll also make reference to CBQ, the command line tool that is available in all of Couchbase 4.x and higher distributions, but our work will focus on the robust Couchbase Query Workbench tool. Are we going to teach you everything there is to know about Nickel in this course? Well, no. Nickel is a thorough, robust query language, and most of your learning will come through using it. This short course orients you, though, to all the fundamentals. When it's time to learn more, head out to training.couchbase.com. You'll find we have an instructor-led course that you can either attend at one of our public facilities or on-site at your own organization that dives much more deeply into all of the topics introduced in this course, as well as our companion data modeling course. We have full administrative training available as well. You'll also need to check out developer.couchbase.com. That's the landing page for all of our developer-focused content, including blog articles by some of the best Couchbase developers in the world, as well as access to our documentation and further tutorial content. We hope you dive into this course and enjoy yourself, learning how much you already know about working with Nickel.